Steady down. There's a, yeah. Steady down. Oh my god. Holy shit! Holy fuck!
Any of a chance of pulling it? Alright, anyways.
What are we talking about today?
Looks like spray paint. Hi everyone, welcome to the Me and Charles Show. Black Mouse from P Squad. I'm Me and Charles, and we're going to talk about the long-awaited video, the final upgrade series for the Tippmann M4 Carbine. Now, with the M4 Carbine, we went through a lot of woes and kind of ups and downs and
A lot of hardships.
So we went through tight bore, we went through wide bore, we went through
8 different buckings.
From Prometheus to MADBULL to W hop to R hop to flat hop to G hop. We've been hopping and we've done countless hop up mods, and we finally found the bread and butter that works for us.
Yes.
Now we're going to show you exactly our build and what we have in both our Tippmanns, and we think is like the ultimate kind of reliability and accuracy and consistency.
Out of all the testing we've done for months, this is our...
Now, I'm not saying it's like the best, I'm saying it's the best for us. So yeah, you could say you are hopped your Tippmann and it outperforms ours, but we were interested in the results we got with that. So we're interested where we're at and how our playing styles are. So we're gonna open it up, we're gonna go inside, we're gonna look at these, and they're gonna be really awesome.
Are we actually breaking these down?
Yeah, we gotta...
Oh man.
Well, we're gonna break yours down, we're not gonna break mine. Yours is already apart.
Yeah, that's true.
Alright.
We're still rolling.
Oh, okay. Alright, to the bench.
It looks like spray paint.
Hi, and welcome to the teardown of the Ultimate Tippmann M4 Carbine Upgrade Series. You know what? Why don't we cut this in series? So what I'll do is I'm gonna take it from the top, and then I'm gonna show this, and then I'm gonna tear it apart so we don't have to film a bunch of shit, and then I'll explain the parts. That's probably better. You want to do that? All right. And show you what's in our Tippmann M4 carbines. So this is Mouse's little pew pew beast. So to disassemble this, we'll always have to loosen our hop up, but from the last hop up upgrade series that I showed you, we did change a couple of things around on just this straight up grommet screw that went straight down and adjusted the hop up and down. What we added was a milled piece of like a mill screw that we tapped in and added on so that we could get into that 5 mil gap of the hop up window. It's not really needed, but it helps with the final adjustment that we found out a 5mm ball bearing is the best way of adding even pressure throughout the lip of the actual hop-up window of your barrel. So that's one of the things that we added into our hop-up mod. It really helped the performance, and every time you turn the actual hop-up key, it's always the same surface no matter what, because it's a high machined ball bearing system instead of a random squishy piece of rubber. So to make sure that your hop-up doesn't move after you adjust it, we wanted to add a set screw. So if I go through my Allen keys here, so what we added to our hop-up upgrade was we just used the grommet screw, or the grub screw that was originally with the hop-up unit. And what that did is it allowed us to tap against the actual hop-up we created, and it wouldn't move with the vibration of the Tippmann. So that's what we added on to Mouse's hop-up, and what we thought was probably the easiest and most reliable way of doing it. But I did take it one step further. I'll show you my beast over here. So my beast, what I did is I took out the sight of an old sight and basically put that in to the hop-up window, and now I can adjust my hop-up just like you can adjust a red dot sight or a reflex sight. I do have pictures of that on my Instagram. I'll put them in the video now. So that's what it looks like. It's pretty simple. The premise is all the same. Just tap a screw to the end of the screw, elongate it, and put a rubber nub on it to activate the hop-up window. So that's the two ways of what we found was the most consistent and accurate way of modding the hop-up. So let's show you the bread and butter of the setup. So for our barrel, instead of going MADBULL tight bore, we went opposite. We went an Oracle wide bore. Now this, I'll put the part number in the description, and here it is now, boom. We decided to go with wide bore just because of the consistency of the airflow of the Tippmann, and what we found versus our wide bore setup, or our tight bore setups, is a wide bore where the BB travels down the barrel on a pocket of air was better for the consistency of our Tippmann shots than it rubbing on the top of the barrel on the tight bore. And we decided to go an Oracle tight bore, and it improved the performance a lot. And of course it's going to be a bit more of an air hog, but we travel with scuba tanks and it's not a problem for us, so you might want to put that into consideration, but it definitely helped our performance. Now as far as our hop-up bucking, we found that a medium kind of rubber worked the best, and the best we found was the MADBULL shark buckings. What these have in them is the actual rubber teeth. I don't know if you can see those in there.
Too close. No, good.
There's little rubber teeth in there, and there's 3 of them, and what that prevents is it from double feeding, because we've noticed we had double feeding issues with some of our hop-up rubbers before, and this solved the problem, and we didn't have any double feeding issues, and we had such a consistent flow of shots downfield that it was the bucking of choice for our setup. Now with the Oracle barrels, you can straight up flat hop these. They have, you know, an indentation at the bottom and an indentation on the side that allows you to slip the hop-up bucking to an instant flat hop. And we run flat hops in our Tippmanns, and that's what we found was basically our ultimate setup. Just to recap, is what we had was a modified hop-up, which was a grub screw attached to, touching a ball bearing that would put pressure on the hop-up window of our rubber bucking, and then another grub screw, the stock one, going straight into holding it from moving during any vibrations of the gun, and then a wide bore. And that was the ultimate kind of setup of what we found to work for us. So that's our final thoughts, and that's what basically kicked ass in the field. Now there is other things like what we did. We did a rate of fire upgrade, and that was tightening the buffer spring tube and adding a bigger macro line to our full auto. And I do suggest doing that. It's great, but if you're honestly, if you're only playing a semi on a field, it's not needed. I hope you enjoy it, and let us know what your setup is and what you think is the bread and butter of your Tippmann. And goodbye.